p.m. Eastern Time. Give out live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys live with us to get the plays in real time here with us. And of course, well, you want to subscribe because we load tons of free picks on our video channel, tons of free picks on our Twitter account. And we like our Twitter followers. We're getting a lot of followers now on the Twitter and a lot of views on the video. So whatever format works best for you guys, give us a follow. And don't forget about our podcast too, especially at this time of the afternoon. Many of you are working. You can actually listen to the show. All of our shows are in podcast form. Every pick is in podcast form. Check out the Morning Steam in podcast form on your drive home. And we love our truckers out there. So again, check out our podcast. It's Tony's Picks there in the search on your favorite platform. Also, make note of our promo code. You can save 20% off all pre and pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Also, love to hear from you guys. Post your picks in the comments below if you would. And of course, our site, it's Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to our long-term passes, and you'll see our feature plays here at the center of the page. Of course, our best bets. Each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. Many are up there here for this Thursday card, so go ahead and get signed up. See Mindy in there with 4 best bets today from Mindy. So Mindy in action today, and of course we got our man Sean in there, Brandon Collins. So lots going on over at Tony'sPicks.com. Don't forget about that $15 premium pick. Each capper can designate one of their plays from their card as a $15 pick. That's all optional. We don't force our hand in them. They do this on their own, one per day. And as you can see here, many want to make a good impression here. They make that best bet, that $15 premium pick. And that $15 pick is just to introduce their service to new and existing customers. Many are up there right now on the site. 3 packs are great value there, so you can go ahead and shop there. Many up there on the site today. We see Tiffany with some 3 packs up there. Sean, we got Reloaded Board. Morning Steam team coming in. Ramon here with a 3-pack here. So we got lots of action today. And of course, make note of our pick ticker. If you're someone who likes to purchase picks a la carte, and I got to know what I'm getting, well, here you go. There's the pick ticker up on our site. Every pick the cappers have loaded in the system today are programmed to sell at $25. So every pick of the cappers. So no more, well, I have plays that are only for my members. No, we took care of that. Anytime a capper puts in a pick, it's automated for sale. So there you go. Every pick in the system today is available for sale over at Tony's Picks. And of course, use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save the 20%. All right, let's get this one underway. On the show today, we got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. You'll find Mindy Hahn over at Tony's Picks. Great numbers, NHL, great numbers, NBA. So let's bring her in right now, part of that Morning Steam team. Ready to roll here with Mindy. Mindy, what's happening?
Yeah, excited for, heating up here over the next, month or so to get in some of those college football bowl games. I think you said 41, right?
41 bowl games. Then we have the championship game. They all start tomorrow morning early. It's 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 in the morning, Mindy time. So we get started.
I know. I don't even know if I'm going to be up that early. I mean, it's my one day to sleep in. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it.
Oh, my goodness. That's right. You might get the second half in. You'll get the second half in. Right. There you go. Right. Anyway, we're going over to college basketball tonight here, as I like how you send it in. Not Louisiana Lafayette, not ULL. It's Louisiana. That's how they want to be called nowadays. McNeese State here hosting Louisiana, laying 13 on the road, total 139.
Yeah, so you have Louisiana versus McNeese State here tonight. Going to be looking at the total here today. Louisiana is 9-1 overall. 2-1 here on the road. McNeese, not such a good start. 3-7, 2-2 at home, but I'm sure they've made quite a bit of money with the competition they've faced here so far this season. The Raging Cajuns have been an under team here this season so far. They are 4-1 in the last 5 games. Following a straight-up win. McNeese here, the Cowboys, are also 4-0 to the under following an ATS loss. Also 6-1 to the under in their last 7 overall. We'll be taking a look here at the under 139 here today. So McNeese versus Iowa State was only able to put up 40 points total, but we know that, Iowa State has a pretty, stellar defense here as well. I just think today here again, McNeese will probably have another pretty poor, offensive outing, but I just kind of hope that their defense here can play like they usually do, right? They don't really allow more than, 72 points a game here. And I think that's going to be the key here to keep this Louisiana team down here that actually puts up close to 85. Now, that 85 might be a little bit, kind of pushed upwards a little bit because they have had some outliers here. They played some really subpar teams where they put up like a 104, they've put up a 90. But the thing is McNeese here, overall, ultimately, they are ranked 331st in the NCAA in points scored this season, even though they have played teams like Tennessee, Iowa State, and Baylor to begin the year. But I don't really, see them, putting too much of a fight here up today. So do like the under in this game, even though I'm expecting Louisiana here to score some points.
All right, Mindy here on Louisiana, McNeese State under 139. Yeah, sometimes you just got to put a mark through those non-Division I school teams like Loyola, Louisiana. I know that was Loyola Marymount, but now we got a Loyola of Louisiana. They put 104 on them. Louisiana Christian, they put 98 on them. So those you kind of pretty much put a scratch. Although they get some points there against Louisiana Tech, the Raging Cajuns. And of course, when we look here at McNeese State, they're 352nd ranked in a team here efficiency-wise. So it's been a real big struggle for them offensively. They make 54% at the free throw line. Inside scoring is poor. High turnovers, 362nd in the nation in turnovers.
Yikes. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm kind of not expecting them to score, over about, 55 is kind of what I feel like I'm giving them credit for here today. So again, I hope that defense allowing, 72 on average here as a whole, or 67% on that rolling average, or 67 points on that rolling average here. I just hope they have enough D here. I mean, they have to basically kind of hold them to 84 points or less, and they really haven't been Louisiana scoring really that much over. If you take a look at, the other Division I teams here, they've played this season. So I do think, Louisiana will probably handle this one pretty easy. But I also think even if you have a big blowout here in this one, you're still going to be able to stay under that total of 139.
88.50. 88.50 gets you under. There you go. Louisiana McNeese State under 139. This one to have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony's picks right now as we got Mindy here in action doing great work here in NHL for the last 30 days, over nearly 1,400 units of profit. Also showing great profit this season in the NBA. Mindy over 415 units of profit, showing profit as well in college football, and of course to actually a good run over the last 7 days as well as college football. So tonight we've got plays here. So, NBA card, we got 4 games up there on the board. Also NHL in action. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so, kind of like you mentioned here, up, 424 units here, this week in college basketball. So I do have 2 more plays here tonight that are for sale, for purchase. You can find one of those as my best bet there as well. Then a small card in the NBA, but like you had mentioned, been, doing quite well in the NBA, especially like if you take a look at my best bets, which is what I have here today. I have, 2 plays in the NBA. I have one of those as my best bets. And if I take a look at my best bets, they're 36 and 15. That's plus, 1951 units here this year and, in the NBA. So I feel like you can have a little bit of confidence there, picking up a best bet, making some money here today in the NBA. And then also feel like, with the way we've been going over this hockey card on the, the morning steam. Also, I was a little bit shy last year of playing, some totals. I think I kind of probably missed out in the NHL there for a while, but been doing really well in the NHL, seeing the card here this year, on the totals and on the puck line, money line. Been doing pretty well. Like you said, that's probably my best sport here thus far. I'm $13.99 plus money in the NHL here the last 30 days. So I do have a 5-pack along with a best bet there also. And I think it's pretty, reasonably priced, $35. So you can get each of those plays for around $7. So that is going to put a lot of cash in your pocket here this evening. And then, of course, I am in on the game tonight. Thursday night football. I think today's Thursday. So it's going to be a good one here. I think divisional rivalries, the Seahawks team, it's kind of their nemesis. The 49ers and the Rams, I mean, ever since they got rid of the Chiefs, I guess. So yeah, we'll be in action here on the best bet here tonight for the NFL game here as well. But instead of buying these, individually, you might as well pick up a 7-day pass, 3-day pass, something like that. Or perhaps to get you through all 41 of those bowl games, why not pick up a 30-day package as well to get the bigger bang for your buck. So you might as well get those per unit plays down and put that money right back in your pocketbook. So yeah, jump on board, get over to Tony'sPicks.com website, use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and let's make some money here over the next month.
That's right. So again, with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll flash the numbers again here from Mindy right now. Really good results. NHL, 1,400 units of profit. Also showing good profit in the NBA as well. So tonight on the board, as Mindy was mentioning, she's got action here from the Thursday night 5-pack here from the NHL. She's been hot in the NHL, so get on board. Affordably priced at $35. Profit guarantee. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. The buttons you see there in orange, profit guarantee 1-day passes. Also in action here with the best bet from Thursday night football, NFL, best bet college hoops, best bet NBA, and of course best bet on the ice as well. Instead of buying all these plays individually, as Mindy was alluding to, you may consider getting that 7-day all sports pass. I'll get you started with the bowl games with Mindy here. All of the first 7 days will cover all of her bowl action. Remember, we have NFL here Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So 4 days of NFL here. No more bye weeks. Byes are done for the final 4 weeks of the season. So all teams in action. So we add those Saturday games here from the NFL, all the bowl action, all the NHL action, NBA action, college basketball action, all these sports overlapping. That 7-day pass is a great value right now. We'll save you some money when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Of course, that'll save you 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you'll land right on Mindy's page, and that's where you'll be able to go ahead and get signed up to one of our long-term passes. You see the weekly pass there, a really good value there to get signed up. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Mindy, and of course that morning steam, you finished the show for Thursday, a long show Thursday. We had a lot to cover with that Friday day off.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but I was talking to Ramon, and he was sending these pics. I'm like, well, why are we doing those tomorrow? It's only going to be Wednesday. And he's like, Mindy, come on, you need to catch up. So luckily we do communicate often, so I didn't show up with, no material to cover. But yeah, today you can find me over at Tony's Picks Mindy on the Twitter account, where I have a free pick between the Maple Leafs and the Rangers on the total. So you can go ahead and check that out. Also, make sure, even though we have a day off tomorrow, you can still maybe watch some replays of our video picks for these, college football games. We have covered the first 3 bowl games of the weekend, so you can definitely go ahead and check those out. Otherwise, come back and see us on Saturday morning, where we'll have lots more to cover. We'll have the NFL, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and probably some more bowl picks here as well. So we're going to be really busy here over the next couple of weeks. We're excited to have you. We love the chat room. We hope more people go. We got lots of people that I think are telling their friends. So we're really getting up there with our folks in the chat room. And it's really exciting, and we love it. It's a lot of fun. And, so can't wait to get back at it here on Saturday again.
That's right. So check out Mindy there. Of course, the morning steam. And of course, I know at this time of the hour, many of you are at work right now and you'll be headed home for some commutes. We put the morning steam in every pick and every show in podcast form. It's the Tony's Picks is the podcast available on all major platforms. Just search Tony's Picks and look for morning steam. 2-hour show today because they had to cover for the Friday, right? So we got a lot of college hoops in there. Probably touched on some NFL for those Saturdays. A lot of coverage there on the Thursday. So always a heavy show with that Friday day off. So check it out for your commute home. I know in Southern California, probably when you leave work, those 2 hours, that's when you get home. So they are perfect there. You'll get content, all fresh content, all the breakdowns of the games, NBA, college basketball, some plays in there, NHL, that big card. Of course, then they delve into the Bulls, some of the NFL. So get on board there with the podcast and listen on your way home today from work. It's the podcast there on our Tony's Picks and Morning Steam. Or if you're on video, watch the video replay. We replay all the shows archived automatically there on the channel. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow in the afternoon after you go to your dentist appointment. That sounds horrible, actually. So,
I've been through them so many. You got it. All right. Thank you very much. All right, Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Yeah, we'll be on a little late tomorrow around this time. I should be home already from my root canal, but it's tough to say if I'll make it for the top of the hour or a little after, but we'll be on tomorrow, maybe a little late, just to give you guys a note there. I got a 10 a.m. local appointment. They said it's an hour and 15. That gives me about 45 minutes to get the show rolled. So there's a chance if they're on time, I could be ready. I have a high tolerance for pain. I can do the show with it, so no worries there. So let's continue here on Game Day Picks. We'll go ahead and welcome in if I'm over at TonySpace.com. Great work from Ramon over on the site. Morning Steam as well. He does a free video as well on our members area. Let's bring him in right now. I think we're ready to roll with Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, we definitely did our show today, and we broke down a couple of bowl games, but I'll just add real quick before we get started on our college basketball, a little bit of breaking news in regards to that early start tomorrow that just came across really within the last 90 minutes or so, that UAB's good running back, Dwayne McBride, is going to miss that game. We were touting UAB. I don't know if that's going to necessarily affect Mindy's and I pick. I mean, it's already in. As a matter of fact, it's a consensus play for us, but McBride will miss that game tomorrow. So he's definitely a very, very good running back and going up against a weak Miami of Ohio rushing defense. But that just came in within the last 90 minutes. No McBride tomorrow for UAB. And you can see right there, Tony, the line has moved off of that 11 down to 10.5 and maybe even a couple of 10s out there.
All right, there you go. Breaking news there on that bowl game tomorrow. Early start time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. I think it's up in the Bahamas bowl for there in that one. All right, we go to.
Where you want to put your bowl games?
That's where you want to go. They call it, that's where they want to go. And a matter of fact, there's a certain ESPN announcer that always has that assignment by request. Steve Levy. They call it the Stevie Lee Bowl now. he always loves that. He requests the game because he likes the area. But anyway, tonight it's Pac-12 Network, Oregon State here. And Seattle, Oregon State, the overnight line had them favorite. We have a new favorite now. That's Seattle on the road, laying a 1.5, total of 136.
Yeah, and I'll be talking about, well, the total for sure. No surprise there. But yeah, there has been some widely reported steam that came in on the Red Hawks. So maybe because of their great record and good start so far, Oregon State played some tough teams. They got off to a good start as well, but right now Seattle has the much better record. Oregon State's 1-6 straight up in their last 7 games, while the Redhawks come in with an 8-1 record. This will be the first time that the Redhawks are playing back-to-back road games this season, Tony. So we'll see, because these two teams are definitely a contrast of styles. You have the Redhawks. They never met a shot that they didn't like or didn't want to take. They love to shoot it from three-point range, while Oregon State, they're definitely going to slow you down. They're going to look. They're 338th in adjusted tempo, so they're the team that's going to want to try to slow you down. But Seattle, very quick working team, if you will. They're 21st in field goals attempted and 7th in the country in 3 points attempted. So what kind of tempo is going to work out? Well, here's the thing about that with Seattle. They protect the ball very well statistically, but more so they just get it down the court and put it up. They have Cameron Tyson. He's a 41% three-point shooter. They have Grigsby. He's a 40% three-point shooter. Oregon State's ranks as one of the top 20 teams in terms of height in the country, but for some reason, it doesn't necessarily reflect in the rebound statistics. Oregon State's 195th in defensive rebounding percentage and 300th in offensive rebounding percentage. Meanwhile, Seattle, which will have the smaller team on the court, is actually 46th in the country in offensive rebounding and 62nd in defensive rebounding. That's probably because of the caliber opponent that they've been playing. Oregon State has lost to the likes of Duke, Florida, USC, Texas A&M. Everybody might remember that Duke game where they held Duke to 54 points, and they also lost to USC just 63-62. Oregon State allows just 67.8 points a game, but I think they're better defensively on the inside than they are on the outside. The metrics would show that they can defend from the perimeter, but Seattle, that's what they do. They just end up shooting three-pointers, and they're also 11.5% in second. They average 11.5 points per game in second chance points, and they also make 38% of their putbacks. They're also 24th in defensive rebounds or average 24 defensive rebounds per game. Now, maybe the numbers will come a little bit down today because of Oregon State's height, but I think that does show that they do hit the glass pretty well. And if Seattle is able to get those shots up, Oregon State's not going to have a choice but to at least play to a little bit more tempo. Now, if they hold Seattle down, this total on the over that I'm going to give you here is going to be tough to get. But Seattle isn't going to change their strategy at all here. They will be shooting it up from three-point range. So, like I said, Tyson, Grigsby, these guys average 40% from three. Oregon State, they don't have a lot of guys that necessarily are putting up big points. I mean, Jordan Pope's their playmaker, their scorer. He averages in double figures, but they don't have a lot of impressive offensive numbers necessarily because of their tempo. But I look for it to go over this number, Tony, of 136, because I think Seattle will keep shooting those threes, and they will have at least some success getting those rebounds, improving some of those statistics correctly in the second chance category and those offensive putbacks. Oregon State, like I said, they are tall, but they don't rebound it very well for some reason. Maybe because those other teams were better, who knows, but that's what we're going to find out tonight. And I'm willing to take a chance that Seattle's going to just keep on shooting no matter what, even if they fall behind. But again, Tony, you mentioned it, the line move, it is what it is. The line move has definitely been to Seattle. The steam has come here on Seattle, whether you agree or not. That's where the odds makers have shifted the focus from Oregon State over to the Red Hawks. So I already, kind of like the Red Hawks in the game, but I'm going to go over in this one, 137 there on the screen. But that's the way I see this one, Tony, going over.
All right, Ramon says go over here. Seattle and Oregon State over 137. Of course, the Oregon State team, not a very inexperienced team, 336 in the nation in D1 experience. And the issue I had here with the Red Hawks is when you see them on the road in their true road games, giving up 47% shooting. So here's a true road spot here where maybe Oregon State can get some open shots.
Sure, well, that works for me, right? And again, they don't mind slowing it up, but again, maybe they can play a little bit more tempo than they're used to against the Red Hawks, rather than some of those pretty good programs that they've already faced, where maybe their best strategy moving forward in those games were to try to take the air out of the ball a little bit, stay within range of those teams. That Duke result was one of the big surprises of the season so far when they played that low-scoring game against the Blue Devils. So maybe they will exercise a little bit more offense here against Seattle. But Seattle's got a good team. I think Cameron Tyson, those numbers kind of speak for themselves. He's definitely one of the top three-point shooters and a good scorer for Seattle. So they've been putting up some points the last couple of years, up there with Seattle, as this program has kind of improved itself since coming in to Division I. Done a pretty good job here in that conference. So I have it going over here in this one, Tony. Yeah, maybe Oregon State. You mentioned some of the experience. Yeah, they have one experienced player. They have, he's an overseas player. It's been playing for, I think he might be a fifth-year player, and they had a transfer come in as well a couple of years ago. So, I think they're probably better than their record indicates, because they did lose to some formidable competition. This one is definitely going to be a little bit of an easier matchup for them. But, again, the game rates very, very closely. Always a chance for overtime, too.
Yep, like they did against North Dakota, 80 points in 3 of their 4 true road games, and one fell short by a mile there against Washington. But anyway, we got Ramon here. Seattle, Oregon State over 137. This one to have a start time here of 10:30 Eastern time on Pac-12 Network. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Big hockey card tonight. 10 games on the board. A few from the NBA. We got the NFL game up there as well tonight. 3,147 units of profit in the NHL. That is all documented over at Tony's Picks. What do you have going on over at the site?
My main focus tonight, Tony, is going to be on a 3-pack in college basketball. I'm coming off a 3-1 performance yesterday on the college card, and I got a 3-pack right now up for sale at Tony's Picks for $30. That card starts at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific. A 3-pack tonight of early action games over at Tony'sPicks.com. Mindy and I are very, very heavy on our card with the morning steam. Dare I say that might be all my hockey action, because we've got so many games loaded over there. I think we played 8 games. Your instruction, Tony, was if we agreed on it, we got to put it up as a play. We agreed on 8 games of the 12-game card. So I'm locked and loaded, if you will, with the morning steam team in my hockey picks. I'm trying to find something maybe I can get on my premium card tonight. But Mindy and I seem to come to kind of a consensus, and as you know, we really also have the chat that kind of chimes in and kind of gives us the encouragement that we're on the right plays. So that's what happened over there this morning on that card. So NBA, we also came to an agreement on 2 plays over there. So for me right now, it's about this 3-pack in college basketball. Might come in with some late steam. I really would like to see what's happening with the line in the game between San Francisco and Seattle, because watching a lot of the handicappers and experts about this football game today, Tony, they talk about the injury to Brock Purdy. Now, I think Purdy is going to go, but the discussion has been if indeed Josh Johnson plays, that line could move. And I kind of questioned it. Look, I like Brock Purdy. I've said on our show from the get-go, even from after his first appearance in that relief role after Jimmy G went down, that I had already liked Purdy over about 10 different quarterbacks in the league. I think I've even gone higher than that now. And obviously everyone else has as well. I mean, the big question would be, once Garoppolo is able to return in the playoffs, if he can, it's a broken bone. So, I mean, there's a better possibility than, some type of, surgery and rehab thing that he could possibly, that if they get that far and it's, into the second round or something, if you've already gotten that far with Purdy, what's the chances of you actually going back to Jimmy G? So the question would be, if Johnson plays tonight over Purdy, why would the line move? Good, look, Purdy's look great, but Johnson's got as much as experience as any backup in the league. He's played a lot of football games in the National Football League and done, well, a credible job, right? Nobody ever says, here comes Josh Johnson, the game's over. We just see Josh Johnson go out there as a pretty much kind of a game manager, but doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And that's exactly what the coaching staff, I mean, that's what the Niners are all about anyways, right? Coaching these guys up to not make mistakes. I think that's their MO a little bit on offense right now. So just would like to see the status of Purdy, however, and see if that line moves. So maybe it's going to be late steam for me in the NFL tonight on our game between San Francisco and Seattle. So I'd say that most of my action, Tony, is with Mindy over there on the morning steam team. So please pick up this 3-pack of college basketball games tonight for $30. I'm starting to feel pretty good in the colleges, having won 6 of my last 8 selections overall in college basketball, and I like this short card tonight. So that's where my focus is.
That's right, get on board here for Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. I always like to put up this graphic here, putting the full page there for Ramon, looking at his numbers here. You can see the great results he's put together here for the year 2022. Of course, the NHL has been fantastic. 3,147 units of profit, approaching 1,000 units of profit in the NBA as well, showing great profit. Had a good summer league, great college football season. We start bowl season tomorrow. They're in the regionals in baseball, great MMA, fantastic, showing great profit in NFL. So there you go, Ramon Scott hitting at all these sports right now over at Tony's Picks. We can see what Ramon has going on right now. He does have that 3-pack right now on the site here from a college hoops. So get on board with that. $30 profit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Also, Ramon has his long-term passes up here from a 3-day to a 7-day to a monthly all sports pass. Of course, that monthly all sports pass is a really good value right now, especially because Ramon's in action in many of the sports here. NHL for a month, get all his college hoops for a month, NBA for a month, NFL, right? That will cover the final 4 regular season games here of the NFL, and no more bye weeks. So we've got lots of action here, even Saturday NFL here for the next few weeks. So and of course the Christmas Day games is all covered there. One 30-day pass there, all action from the NFL for the final 4 weeks of the regular season. Also included here would be all the bowl games. There are 41 bowl games, the one championship game, whatever Ramon has a premium on, that's also part of the 1 month all sports pass. We will talk about some of the peripheral sports. I know we got the World Cup final coming up. We got a 3rd place game. If he's in action there, that's also part of it. Ramon's in action in MMA. Whenever there's a UFC card on Saturday, Ramon will have plays from it pretty much all the time. Once in a while, he'll sprinkle in some Bellator, but for the most part, UFC is consistent on every card. So there you go there with that 1 month all sports pass. You can use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll be able to save 20% off of Ramon's purchase there. And when you use that promo code at TonyT at checkout, you can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab. When you do that, you'll land right on Ramon's page, and you'll be able to get signed up to Ramon's packages there. First one right there is the 1 day pass with profit guarantee there on this 3-pack from College Hoops, and the ones in yellow are not profit guaranteed because they're already sold at a really substantial discount. So go ahead and get signed up. If you want to add Ramon and Mindy on a 3-pack, we have a 2-for-1 cap promotion. You'll see the 2-for-1 capper link to the left. You can do that and get signed up as well on the 2-for-1 capper promotion. A great value there over at TonySpace.com. You can select Ramon Scott with his 3-pack premium and add another capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. So really good value there over at TonySpace.com. So go ahead and get signed up. And of course, you can use the promo code to save yourself some money. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. And of course, that morning steam, you're off tomorrow, but you got a lot of content. You got a lot of picks in today.
Oh yeah, for sure. We looked at that big hockey card, 12 games. We also covered those 2 bowl games from Friday and the early game from Saturday between Louisiana and Cincinnati. We'll touch on the other games for the rest of the card on Saturday. And there's NFL action, don't forget, this week on Saturday, not just tonight. You got Saturday, you've got Sunday, and there is MMA action this week. Going to do my podcast with my MMA partner and go over that as well. That's the thing about being a handy look, Tony. I mean, I've never been in an octagon, but you got to listen to the experts too. You can watch the fights, you can criticize them, even these. What can you say? The UFC, they're getting a little bit of heat of late with some of the results, but sometimes it's a matter of knowing, right, what the organizations, and not that they're the ones that are dictating it. I mean, sometimes it's just, insufficient judging, nothing you can do, bad beats. It's kind of like fumbling at the goal line, Tony. Nothing you can do about it, but you got to listen to these experts too and get their opinions. It's not, you can formulate your own opinion. That's what I do, but it's great to listen to people and get their opinions. I don't necessarily always handicap the games as much as I handicap the handicappers. You should be listening to our experts that when they come, even the ones here at Tony's Picks. I watch Tony, I watch you every night, just part of my routine to listen to what you have to say about all the games. I follow Mindy, of course, on our show, all of our people that upload videos with Ben and Brandon, and I like to listen to people and what they say. You don't want to miss a thing. You want to make sure you're touching every base. If you're just locked in a room like I am with a bunch of TVs, you might miss something. So listen to what other people say and see if you agree or disagree. You don't have to necessarily, agree every time, but make sure you get the information. So tonight on Tony's Picks Ramon, I do have a selection for you. It's going to be in college basketball on the extra board between Southeast Louisiana and Nichols State. It's going to be a total. Head on over to Tony's Picks Ramon if you'd like another free play from us over at Tony'sPicks.com. Mindy and I will be back on Saturday with another week. That's our Monday, if you will. So we'll be back with another week of Morning Steam previewing all the action. It's going to be a big card on Saturday. I hope I can, get off the air before that bowl game starts. I think we'll be able to do that. But you figure there's going to be a big NBA card, NHL card on Saturday. a few NFL games, college bowls, great action, and MMA. We don't necessarily cover too much of that on the show, but it's part of my package certainly coming up this weekend. So be a fun weekend, Tony. We get into these bowls. That's what I'm most excited about. Really, really like this bowl season. And I talked about it today, Tony, on our morning steam show. And, we talk about steam a lot because we kind of cover those early line moves. And I try to differentiate. Everybody thinks that every line move is steam, but that's not always necessarily the case. It can be determined by injuries, by just public betting as well. A steam play, I think some people know, but some people don't. A steam play, uh, in comparison to what we offer at Tony's Picks, a little bit different category, if you will, but a steam play in terms of market betting is when the line moves at many, many books at the same time, meaning a kind of a coordinated bet, sometimes between experts or on the reaction of some important news. And that's kind of a steam play when it happens suddenly and simultaneously across the markets. You've got a market screen there. They say the screen turns black. Or nowadays you could put it in red or orange, whatever colors you want to specify, but you can see the moves happen in advance. It's such a key thing for serious handicappers. And if you're not doing that work, that's why you should get involved with my subscriptions, because that's all I do is sit here and watch games on all these monitors, and I keep my odds screens up, and basically I just watch them all day because I love to do that. I'm kind of addicted to it, Tony. That's what I love to do. And what I do is I pass along the information as my packages, right? If I agree with that steam or disagree, I've been known to go against the sharps, but knowing when that line is moving and trying to time the market is so key. And that's why when you get with my plays here on Tony's Picks, not only are you getting well-researched and well thought out information and selections, but you're also getting someone who has a lot of experience in reading and reacting to the market, Tony. And that's what sets me apart from many of the handicappers in this industry, quite frankly.
That's right. As Ramon was talking, I just saw some red flash with Wisconsin getting some play here against Lehigh, and I just saw Oregon State big under move there. Wow.
Oh no!
Big under move. 130 at this sharp book offshore. 135. Big move there, Ramon. Big. Actually, now some people are taking it back here. There's some overjuice there. There's been some take back, but monster move. Somebody just fired in some big bet on the under there. Because when you move it, then you see it too. Yeah, that was a monster play there. I also saw Stony Brook get a little play there, so it's looking at my live screen there. So
don't be fading me out there, Sharp.
Someone faded. Some Sharp just pounded. When you move that line from, it's actually 2 points below the market leader. So this thing is a monster move there, going up against Ramon here on that under. So somebody put a chunk. That's a 3-figure, that's a 6-figure bet there. Actually, it is easily to move it that much. Even though it's.
The widely reported steam did come in on the over early, and there has been a little bit of give and take there. You even saw it on your screen, Tony, at first when you popped it up there to 137. I hadn't even seen that before I came on, and then when you showed that, I did see that. So might have been some take back on that.
Yeah, man, a massive take back there. Massive. All right, Ramon. Check him out. Tony's Picks Ramon is the Twitter account where we post his picks. Everything's blue. We're going to get those counts to blue, so we get the videos up there, individual videos the guys post as well. It's going to get up there. We want to get Ramon's video and his members update video up there too. So a lot of stuff, a lot of content we want to get up there on the Twitter account. So lots happening there in the Twitter world. So keep an eye there. Tony's Picks is our Twitter account. You can follow there. We put our videos up there as well. Our live shows are on Twitter as well. Whatever you prefer. If you're a YouTube person, a Twitter person, we got the videos covered for you there. All the video content as well uploaded. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you on the show. We'll catch the replay of the morning steam right now. A lot of content, 2-hour show. So be sure to check it out over on our YouTube channel or on our podcast. So have a great afternoon, Ramon. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks, Tony. As long as I don't have to pay the $8 for that blue check mark, I'm okay with that. You'll cover it for me.
It's 11 now. I saw it went up. I don't know where it came from. It's 11.
Ever since you know who got involved, he probably raised the price on it.
Well, it's all right. There'll be less people on there. I don't mind. I don't mind it.
Maybe that's why Elon College choked today. They maybe should change their name.
Yeah, they might. Also too, there are some features that are hidden in that cost. So I think it's for what we're doing. I'm not minded at all. All right, Ramon. Have a great afternoon. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, join us here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We want you guys to like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Of course, you should subscribe because we load tons and tons of free picks. There's going to be more and more coming up. We have shows in the works. We want to get our New York Cappers featured at night. There's a lot going on here behind the scenes. We're going to work on some how-to videos. There's a lot of things going on, especially with all these features. We want to at least have a nice little how-to section here on our site. It's been coordinated with the GM. That's why a little late getting on because we're coordinating some of this stuff. Stacy's part of our team. She's been part of our team. We have some things planned for her as far as maybe getting to. We need to teach people how to use the site. And I think people like visual, so we're going to put some video how-tos on how to use the site. And we'll have also some blogs written on it and PDFs as well, working on as well. So that area on our site will be adding some of those features in the coming days. And a lot going on as well here. You'll be seeing here in the upcoming, I want to say upcoming months, but I don't say that anymore because things happen fast now. So I think we're getting things done quickly on our site. The way it's been managed, the way it's been built, we can get things updated quickly on our site. Hello to Latifa. I see Latifa there in the chat room. I hope everything's going well on your day today. Let's continue here on Game Day Picks. Let's get my pick up here. We're going to be looking at the Santa Clara. Speaking of steam, this one is steamed, right? Santa Clara, which is about a 1-point favorite. Now up to 2.5 here against UC Irvine. And I'm going to be on the home team here, Santa Clara here, 2.5. Against Irvine. Irvine, a pretty good Big West team. They're 7-3. They have a win at New Mexico State on neutral court, and they beat Oregon on the road. Oregon didn't look too good to start the season. Anteaters, we know, are a really good three-point shooting team where they hit 40%. But again, this is kind of a one-dimensional team offensively. It's 3 threes, and they're very weak shooting around the bucket, just 45% inside. And we'll look at Santa Clara, 9-3. They do have a home loss to San Jose State by 11, but the Broncos offensively hit 47% inside. Good rebounding team on both ends. They do give about 35% from three. When you look here at the Broncos, there's really good size on this Broncos team. And I'm a little concerned here is that the Anteaters rely too much on that three-point shot. And Irvine, when you look at their overall shooting on the road, it's just 40% in their true road games. And this is a true road game. So that's where I'll be on Santa Clara here, laying the 2.5. All right, guys, check out Tony's picks tonight. I have I'll show you what I have on the board. I have a 3-pack up at Tony'sPicks.com right now, and let me go ahead and put up my profile page so you can see what we got going on today. We got a 3-pack up there tonight. We also have a best bet from the NFL. Now I put the best bet in the NFL into my 3-pack, so we have 3 premium plays up there on the board right now. We have one from the NFL, one from the NBA, one from college hoops here in this 3-pack. My best bet from the NFL is also part of my 3-pack, or you can buy it standalone. Don't buy them both. Just buy the 3-pack and you got the best bet in there. Or if you just want my best bet, you can buy that on that standalone there on the site. So that's what I got rolling on the site right now. Also, my long-term passes, 3, 7, or 30-day All Sports Pass member. You get that 30-day pass. We'll be in action with the bowl games that will cover any premium plays we have from the 41 bowl games and the championship game, the 4 remaining weeks from the regular season of the NFL, all the college hoops, NBA, your 1-month pass, a really good value right now as we're heading into bowl season over at Tony's Picks. And remember, use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description. Click in the All Cappers tab, and you'll be able to go ahead and get signed up. And then when you do that, you'll land right here on my page and get signed up to one of my passes or my long terms. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It's time to recap the plays from today's show. So let's get rolling here. We do have some updates here from Ramon in the chat room. Kawhi out. And we've got also out is Paul George. So thanks for Ramon updating that in the chat room. So some late updates here from the Clippers. I mean, again, I hope you guys don't bet Clippers on back-to-back games. They mentioned that was funny because Ramon had speculated that on the morning. I listened to the first half. I got through 1 hour, the 2 hours of the morning steam, and they covered that game. And they mentioned the possibility of Kawhi and Paul George. They kind of gave an alert out there. Be careful. It's a back-to-back. They might sit them down. And also, one of their shooters, Norman Powell, is a very important part of that team. And if he's out, oh my goodness, that might be a look on Phoenix here. Let me see what's going on here with Norman Powell, because that guy is very important now. His importance becomes a very, very much impact player on this game if he plays, and he's been injured the past few games, and if Powell's out, the Clippers are going to have a hard time getting points here in this game. Let me see what we've got here. We've got to wait for my updated screen here. I think I got to the recap, right? Let me put the recap up again. I got kind of thrown off of it. I think we got to, but I'll do it again here. Mindy was on Louisiana and McNeese State under 139. Ramon, Seattle, Oregon State over 137. And, of course, I'll be on Santa Clara here at the plus here. Santa Clara at the minus 2.5 over UC Irvine. All right, I'm still waiting here for my screen to flash so I can give you that update here on the Clippers. That is some breaking news Ramon just posted in the chat. And I want to keep an eye here on Norman Powell because he's somebody, again, he averages a little more than 15 points a game off the bench, but when the big guys are down, he's some of the guy that carries the scoring load. And let me double check here. I'm still waiting for here we go. I think I'm getting it. I'm waiting for my injury report here, my news aggregator to launch here to see what we've got here on the Clippers here, because Norman Powell is somebody that I really keep an eye on, especially in situations when any of the Clippers guys are out, like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. I'm always keeping an eye here on Norman Powell because he does come up big for this team. Let me pull up I think I'll have another option here to check it out. Let me see if I can get an update on Powell. Okay, now I do here. Let's see here. Powell is out as well. So that's a monster hit right there for the Clippers. Powell out. So again, 3 scorers out for the Clippers. Big news here coming up here on the injury front here with the Clippers and the Suns. And let's take a look here at this. Let's take a look here at the line on this game. And right now we're seeing the Clippers still 1.5 favorite. Actually, no, we're seeing movement now. The Suns now 3. In some books here, and the Vegas books are all over this now. 3.5 to 3 right now is the line. Offshore kind of slow moving here in some of the offshore books. We're starting to see, okay, here we go, 3.5 now. We've seen a move now at one of the big players offshore to 3.5. There are some 3s on the Vegas strip, so 3 to 3.5, and some of the slow moving U.S. sports books they have not adjusted. Actually, some have. Now, everyone's starting to adjust now. I'm seeing the Reds flash all over the screen now. 3.5 now. The Suns' new favorite in this game in there. And Wall is probable, but Norman Powell is the man there, and he is out as well. So that's a big one there for the Clippers. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow. We're going to be a little late tomorrow, maybe a half hour late. I'll be coming home from a root canal. So we have a little bit of a later start. Probably between 3 and 3:30 Eastern, somewhere in that vicinity. We'll be ready to roll here with the live show. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. Like tomorrow, when Tony T comes home from a root canal, we'll be there when we're ready to go live on the show. So make sure you guys subscribe and set notifications. That's going to do it for our show today. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew here from the show. We're going to go ahead and wait. Bye, guys. You guys have a great evening, afternoon. We'll talk with you